So I went to an online shop on eBay called GameSwap Shop, and I purchased yet another Xbox controller. In this case, a controller for the PC, but possibly maybe use it on the Xbox, but primarily for the PC, and also Nintendo Switch. Possibly in the future, you never know, it might work on the Xbox, but not at the moment. So, eBay online shop, GameSwap, about £39. I went and bought another controller, but this time for my PC. It's called the EasySMX X20. It's a wireless controller, multi-platform. When it says multi-platform, I know it definitely works for the PC and probably the Nintendo Switch. It says here PC, Android, Switch as well, Nintendo Switch. Alright, so it's meant to be, so at only £40, it's meant to be premium quality, lots of customizations. You can customize it via your computer, via an app. So I'm just going to go through. It's got like an inbuilt battery, 1000 milliamp hour. So 1 amp hour. Where we go? Probably goes what, 10 hours then. Because I can't imagine it using it more than an amp. Uses 2.4 gigahertz receiver, wireless. You can attach Type C cable to it, USB Type C. They've got lots of different lines up, X05, but this is the X20 model. Adjustable Hall stick, durable yet detachable. So apparently Hall sticks are meant to be the rage. That means they probably use an advanced version. Maybe it's like a magnetic one, like the GameSir G7 SE. 100% sure. 7 modes. Change the LED. Not too sure. I'm gonna bother that. Hall effect trigger. So Hall effect is some sort of a selling point. 2-way trigger. Locks customized for your own games. So did I already do that? Don't know. Yes, I did. Made in China, I think. Unboxing video, and I'll probably put the manual up, and I'll give you my quick review afterwards. Remember, it's a very quick rough review. So the plastic covering it comes off like that. Just about to lift it in there, it probably comes up yet. So it's magnetic. I can imagine myself losing these, but maybe not. Very light, very light. Much lighter than your standard Xbox Series X controller that comes with the Xbox. Much lighter. Very light. Can't see any numbers on there, but if you look very carefully, any letters, it's sort of embedded in there using some sort of magnifying glass. ABCD is there, or not ABCD, B, Y, A and X, you know what I mean. Home button, micro switches, feels good. 4 buttons at the back. Apparently on this you can do, I probably will. In some games you can, they used to call them, when I first played the Xbox, the first one in 2003, we used to hate it when gamers used to come on when they used to go, oh, you're using a turbo switch. What that was basically, sit on single shot weapons, you had a sort of controller that can hit a turbo switch. You would rapid fire it, but with a single kind of shooter accuracy, right? And I think I remember rightly, it's one of these switches here. You press one of them and you turn one of your your trigger. Obviously you go with a trigger and then a turbo switch, so I'll be keen to use that. Time to get my own back, kind of thing. Rubberized feel here. I'm not sure what this is. I will look through, look through the it's a toggle, 3-way toggle, the manual. So they go all the way down, but if you do that, micro switch, same there. General feel of it. Everything's to hand. So I reckon you can remap these guys. There's a bit of texture in this button here, and on this button. They've all got textures on it. M4, M2, M1, M3. So I'll probably try and get up the app as well onto the computer. It feels like it feels so light. Dongle. It's got a button on it. Don't know why. USB dongle. Another bit of plastic. Wireless controller. User manual. I'll get this up on screen if I can. If I do that, maybe that would save me the trouble. I just flick through it. Alright, so I'm going to quickly go over some of the main functions I've noticed. To get yourself set up on your PC, which is what I'm primarily teaching on this video or mentioning, because I haven't got, not going to do it on the mobile phone or Switch, Nintendo Switch. Make sure that's flipped over to that side where it says where it's got like a computer thing. In the middle, I think that's Bluetooth for the phone, and to the right is Nintendo Switch. NS is Nintendo Switch. So did it work straight away? No, it did not. I used my modern computer. Did it work? No, it did not. It's the dongle. The dongle just kept flashing blue at it, and I couldn't get it connected to the PC at all. Then I used a cable only, put it in the USB, and then okay, I got some sort of connectivity to the PC. Then I kind of switched back to the dongle, and then with some fiddling about, and a lot of the fiddling about I initially did was pressing this button here, this middle button here. I can't really say it's the Xbox X button or anything like that. A middle button, a home button, whatever that is. Press that, and a few times you're gonna have to jiggle around, just mess around with it yourself, because I usually get some comments. Someone definitely going to ask me, how do I turn the thing on? What I'm saying is, I'm not definitively 100% sure, but I pressed on this a few times. Okay. Now also, once I got it kind of with the flashing dongle thing, solid blue light, that means it's on, and also you get like a vibration on it when it's properly linked to your computer. Playing a game on the PC usually means Steam, right? The same button here, when you press down and hold on it for quite a few seconds, what happens is like this Steam overlay comes up that I've never seen before, right? I've never seen this Steam overlay. It came up, and basically, because prior to that, when I tried to play this game, even though I think the controller was connected up, I couldn't control my guy. I couldn't control him. Nothing was working, right? But after I got that Steam overlay, it came up. It's very strange. And I pressed yes, play this game, which is Hell Let Loose, through the Steam overlay. Then it started working. Right? Okay, so and then I've turned my computer off, turn it on again, And I didn't need to go through that Steam overlay. I just went through my normal icon on the computer, just clicked on it with the mouse, and it came up and everything worked. So it's a bit peculiar. Right, so flipping through some of them pages, this one tells you, oh, this button's important, that's your turbo button. This button here is your C button, just remember that. This is like your back button that you normally get, it's pushed over that way. This is like the little arrow button on your normal controller on the Xbox. So just flicking through it, how do I, oh, so if you're getting trouble, follow the instructions how to connect to the PC, but I've already mentioned that. How to connect to a mobile phone, I haven't tried that at all, it'll be in Bluetooth mode. How to connect to a Nintendo Switch, and then I read this bit here, couldn't really understand it because it is written by, let's say, people from another country, and couldn't really figure out what they were trying to do here. You know, you write down what they're trying to say here. I'm not really sure. This bit here, turbo setting, mentions this button, the A button, right? If you have a game, which is not the one I've got here, if you have a game that fires a gun or whatever, using that button there, the A button, if you can, I couldn't configure it in this game, there's no such option, then it will come in useful, because so basically, turbo button, press on that one, press on this one, it will cycle between pressing on it, continuously shooting, and also cancelling it. You'll either do it non-stop, or when you, oh that's it, either nothing happens, or you press on it, and it'll continuously cycle. In this game it'll be jumping, so it was like jumping continuously. Now it's off, right? Now it's off. See it? So if I was to be very clever and just use one hand and did that and that, something happened, right? Now if I hold my finger on it, see it? He's jumping all the time now. See it? Got it? So if I do that again, I get some volume. Now I'm so hands off now. It's continuously doing it. So again it turns it off. So I've got no use for that in this game. But if you've got a game, and I couldn't remap the trigger. If you've got a game that can fire, you can remap the fire button to this A button, then it's game on. Basically you've got turbo. And you can increase and decrease the turbo speed as well. It says here, pushing up, pressing this button, this C button, and then pushing up on the left joystick increases the turbo speed fire, pushing down decreases it. Right, okay, so far I'm not really going to bother with any of that. Alright, so turbo out of the question for me on this game. This is the only game I really play. Light adjustment, pressing C. Now it kind of flips between left joystick, right joystick, not very clear at all. It says it changes as like a breathing mode or solid light. I mean, if you notice, it goes green and red and blue, and it just changes all the time. I didn't notice it doing anything. It didn't make any difference to the brightness when I pressed the C button and messed around with these joysticks. It didn't. This one was important. This was very important to me. Vibration adjustment. So pressing the C button. So there is obviously something you could do. I'm just missing. I just hadn't had enough time to figure out you know, changing the light configuration. It probably is changing. I probably haven't noticed it. Pressing C. So vibration adjustment. Pressing C, pushing up on the right joystick. It did make a difference. So I want loads of vibration in my controller. So pressing that and then pushing up, you can even cancel the vibration down to 0. It goes from 0, 30%, 50, 70%, 100. And it did absolutely work. So I want, you can hear it. Loads of vibration, yeah. As much as, I would say probably 90% as much as a out of the box Xbox controller, Xbox Series X controller, right? Now to calibrate it, I haven't done any of this. Press down C and hold and the start button for 5 seconds. These two. It'll flash calibration mode, then rotate the left stick that way quickly, then calibrate the mode, then rotate the right stick and the right trigger, and then it talks about right triggers and 3 times and back button. It tells you it all. You just got to read it. So you can get, so you don't. There is no separate app on the PC that you calibrate it on. You just calibrate it via the controller. So there's all these other things. So press and hold the C button, M1 button, M1. I think it's one of these bottom ones. Don't know. 5 seconds. Enter the programming mode. Press the button you want to program. Hang on a minute. Maybe I can. Press the A button you want to program, such as. But yeah, it looks like you can. You can program the buttons. So I could change this A button to be this trigger, right? But honestly, I don't think I want the turbo. You can reprogram the buttons. Press and hold the C button, M1 button for 5 seconds. Enter program. Press the button you want to program, such as an A button or the AB button. Press C button as M1 button again to end the programming. Gyroscopic mapping. So pressing the C back, C back, C back, push down on the left joystick to map the left joystick as the gyroscopic function. Alright, so I don't exactly know what they mean by it. It's written in a very difficult way to understand. But if you were playing Nintendo Switch, you can do this to make you guys, you guys steer the little buggy, whatever. Alright, okay. There's an indicator there. So it flashes slowly when there's low battery. And to turn it off, press that, hold that for 5 seconds. Alright, so all I know, I'm not going to go for it extensively, you can have a go yourself. All I want to know is get it going for this game, so I don't keep losing my matches. So I've got a really sensitive kind of controller, and it feels fantastic. It's spinning at the right speed for me, it's smooth. Everything's excellent. Right, I would say worth the money, but quite a long kind of learning curve there. Long time prepared to be dazzled by its complexity. Anyway, thanks for watching.